to set the standard, dude.
The bar's pretty low.
Well,
We're next to your dignity, right there by the ground, on the floor. Someone stepped on it.
hey, I don't. Back in the day, I used to say, chasing the ladies around. I don't have I have standards. They're this high, but technically they're standards.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let me see here.
It's like I have low standards. That's why I'm talking to you.
Oh, my man. Oh, here we go.
Oh my God! I just thought of you're in luck. I have low standards.
That's
That's good. I like that.
I like that one. We were at working this, once a month in my job. Once a month, our whole team gets together. Small team, only 3 dudes and the boss, right? And the other guys I work with are like 25, 26 years old. And I made some comment about because they were talking about women. I was like, Jesus, dude, how fucking old are you? You're chasing.
I know, right? Yeah.
Huh?
I was like, yeah, you kids, you 20-something years old.
Chasing fucking 5 women around. I go, I ain't got that kind of energy.
I can't keep up with that. I repeat the same story to Coco over and over and over. I can't even keep my own story straight with one chick.
Yeah.
I couldn't
let
keep them
alone
straight with 2, let alone 5. I would just be like, I don't know who I took out to get frozen yogurt with. If it's you, great. If it's not, then okay, whatever.
I saw a text message somebody posted a screenshot of their text message. Says, I know you've been seeing other women, so I'm sending you this message. We've been dating. What's my name? Oh, I was like, oh man, that sucks. Be like, all right, I got 1 of 5. I guess you're 20%.
Yeah.
And throw it in there.
The worst that'll happen is you're down to 4. It's the worst that'll happen.
Right. And they said, talking about chasing women around and doing all that shit. And I go, dude, see, when you get to my age, I look at girls or women like cars, right? When you're that young, you want them fast, sleek, and sexy. You might have a couple. Get to my age, you want one that just don't give you a lot of trouble, right?
That's right. Just get down to just starts up every time and gets you where you need to go, and then you can park them, and then be like, all right, yeah, you just.
And it's comfortable, the ins and outs of it. You know how to start it, you know how to finish it. Anyway,
it's no longer trying to impress someone. It's no longer a show. It's just a little, I'm just going to the movies and coming back. I know what I'm getting.
That's it.
I go to Chipotle, I know what I'm getting. Yeah.
I swing down to the Walmart, get something, but then the one of them says, "Hey, how do you keep up with her?" I go, "Oh, dude, that's easy. Wait till you get to a certain point in your life. She wants to get after you. You say, why don't you get started? When you round third, you call me. I'll bring you in. That way, nobody's disappointed. Yeah, everybody got what they wanted.
Yeah, totally fair. You set the expectation. That's right.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you got married. You crazy bastard. Engaged.
Yeah, pay attention. God, you never listen.
She said yes.
Under duress, but yes.
Oh, okay.
There was a
knife or a gun.
Big dick. There's a funny story go along with that. We were doing our Europe trip, and then we were in Porto, in Portugal. Beautiful little town. It's not a town; it's a city. Beautiful little place. If you have a chance to go to Portugal, go to Porto. You would not regret it. Anyway, so we're there in this little garden, park, whatever area. Nice little overlooks. Lots of greenery, like wild chickens and wild peacocks and stuff running around. It's just a good time, right? Mm-hmm. So me and her are taking a break on a bench, getting some water, just resting for a minute. In front of us, out from the right-hand side, comes this young couple, early 20s, American. And they're coming up to this overlook that the bench was facing. So we're seeing all this unfold. And she was the aspiring Instagram model, and he's the Instagram boyfriend. And she starts striking poses. Because it was a good little spot, good scene and everything. She starts striking poses. Good-looking young gal. Nice little booty on her. However, the dress she was wearing wasn't tailored in the midsection. It wasn't tapered down to her, right? So when girls with big booties wear non-tailored dresses, depends on how they stick their booty out, it makes their whole entire body puff out as well, right?
Yeah.
So, and she's doing her thing, modeling, Instagram modeling, right? And he's taking pictures. And then after, 10 pictures or so, he walks them to her for quality control. And then she looks at them. She starts starting to swipe through them. And her reaction, I'm going to try to imitate the same inflection, the same voice, the same everything. She's like, you make me look fat. I'm like, dude, I hope it's worth it. I really do hope it's worth it because you're going to deal with this the entirety of your relationship. This will not change. Okay.
Nope. That is the same thing that when I was at the police station yesterday, the cop says, "What's the information about this lady?" I said, "I think the young lady's name, this is her address and this is her, I had the information." He looks at me and goes, "How do you know her age?" I go, "They're all young ladies. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, that's true.
Every
That's right.
woman, hey, excuse me, young lady, can I get through? I'm old enough to be your mother." So if I told you, "Hey, mom, get
That's
through,"
right.
you know what
Or
I mean?
hey, ma'am. Yeah.
Ma'am. Oh, man.
I always felt that ma'am, even when cops or even in the military, right? We're supposed to address them as ma'am no matter what age. I'm like that. I don't want to address a 20-something-year-old as ma'am. I call her miss. I think there's a certain cutoff, right? If they're younger,
Ooh.
miss, older, ma'am. Like miss, come over here. Miss, stop it. Right?
Oh, okay. So I was going to say, what's the age, but is it how they're acting?
Yeah, that's fair. If you're acting like a child, I'm gonna call you miss, even though you're no. Miss is reserved for like classy,
I was just going to
miss.
say, yeah.
Yeah, miss is classy. But ma'am, if you're like, yeah, no,
"Ma'am,
you
you need
get a
to
ma'am.
calm
If you act
down."
like a child, you get a ma'am. Ma'am, calm down. Ma'am, you're
Yeah.
old. You're too old to be acting like this.
That usually doesn't go well, though.
No, it doesn't. It's like when you tell someone to calm down. No one ever in the history of being told to calm down has ever calmed down from being told to calm down.
What's that? I know how to get a woman to calm down. I have a secret. Everybody listening, I'll wait a beat. Get a pen and paper.
Kids, gather around. Daddy's got a story.
When she's mad at you, when she's angry at you, I'm sorry, you put a cape on her and now you say you're super angry.
Stupid. It reminds me of I came home the other day and my wife was sweeping things up. She had a broom in her hand and I go, "Oh, you going somewhere?"
Oh, yeah, that's a classic. So speaking of dumb jokes that work well, my son, he'll say, "I'm hungry." I'll be like, "I thought you were Logan." Classic joke. Dad joke, right? Come on.
No, bad.
No, good joke.
I did hear a good one the other day. A good dad joke.
What's that?
Did you know that Elton John, every time he went to the gym, he took a little rabbit with him? Did you know that?
No.
No. It's a little fit bunny.
Oh my God! Look at the time. Wow, man, that's
all right,
high, dude.
Time to go. Look at that. I got someone at the door. Knock, knock, knock.
Hey, tip your wait staff. Will be here all week.
That's right.
We went on vacation, and my sister-in-law was with us, and her name's Andrea. And we were standing. She was standing there.
Did she ask about me?
Huh?
Did she ask about me?
No.
And then I don't care. Fine, tell your story. I don't care.
Yeah. So she's standing there and she said something like, "I'm leaving," or something like that, right? Well, just at that moment, our son comes cruising by. And he goes, "No, you're not leaving. You're Aunt Andrea."
Stupid.
And looking at Andrea, I hold out my fist, and he never even looked up. He walked by and bumped my fist, and I said, "My man, come on."
I mean, all right. It's one of those proud,
It's a proud dad moment. He's pulling out some jokes like that, dude.
You're like, all right, cut off the old cloth, right?
Oh man, he did not fall far from the tree.
Nice.
What? So is this a shotgun wedding or you guys?
So we're probably gonna do a two-parter. So we both have different circles of friends, and these several circles rarely intersect. We do both have circles of friends that go to festivals, raves, loud music, little clothing, lots of lights. So there's one that happens here in Las Vegas every year called EDC, 80,000 people per night. It gets pretty rowdy sometimes. So they have an actual EDC wedding thing that they, every hour or every half an hour, they marry someone. Like they're on the festival grounds.
During the event?
On the actual
that's
festival
cool,
grounds,
dude.
right? They have a pastor or officiator or whatever all the name is, right?
Yeah.
They have, it's illegally binding, right? They get an actual person out there. You just have to make sure you show up on time and you're sober and everything. Sober is optional, but But
Is it
one of our
legally
friends,
binding though if you're
it is.
intoxicated?
Oh yeah, I don't know about that. So, but at least the process is legally binding. You probably want to be sober just so it actually holds. But that's for you
Yeah.
to figure out. Anyway, we had friends do this last year, so we're probably gonna do a two-parter. One is get married there with our festival and rave friends, just because it's a good tie-in for that group, of those groups rather. And
With
then we'll do
hardly any
another
clothes
one.
on, right?
Well, I mean, optional. I'll wear, assless chaps as per usual and a bow tie, kind of just,
So this is the problem I have with assless chaps. Chaps are assless to begin with. So why do you just got fucking chaps on, dude?
No, you gotta paint the picture, man. Happy little trees, happy little accidents, happy little assless chaps. Get
All
some
right.
of that
All right.
fatal blue. Some of that crimson red. Anyway, midnight
All right.
black.
Tell the rest of your story.
All right. So then, and then the other one we're gonna do is gonna be for all the non-festival, non-rave friends. It's probably gonna happen in my little brother's backyard. That's where he had his. He's got a nice little backyard that's perfect for getting, for having 30, maybe 40 people hang out. And both me and her have decided we're not gonna do a traditional like, and now the groom will have a dance with his mother, like all that weird like checklist stuff. We're not gonna do
Right.
it. Like we're gonna do,
Cool.
we'll face each other, say our vows, do the whole you may kiss the bride, and then people can just hang out, eat, drink, congratulate, take pictures, and then that'll be it, right? We're not going to do the whole weird. There's some weird things to like some weddings where I'm like, I have no interest in that.
Yeah. One thing they did at our wedding I thought was a lot of fun. When you came in, there was a box with a notepad and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
And if you want, it was going to be an open mic. So for like a half an hour, however long it took, I can't remember because I was completely intoxicated
because you got married.
Because I got married. And that was cool. People got up and just spoke their mind, their piece,
Nice.
and
Nice.
yeah, nobody
How much
got
I hate you, how much I love you. Maybe a little bit of both, right?
Yeah. There was some shit. Of course, the boys were shit talking.
Of course, which is what they do, right? Good boys do that.
Oh
right?
yeah. They let into me, which is cool. I enjoyed it.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Let me tell you a story. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude.
That's right. It's my night. Technically, it's her night, but whatever. It's our night.
Yeah. Traveling went well though. Portugal.
So it went well. Yeah. So we did. We did Portugal for a couple of days. We landed in Lisbon, and then we decided to go to Porto because we had a friend that happened to be in Porto, and we're like, oh crap, let's hang out up there. So we took a train up there. We did Madrid in Spain for a couple of days. Went to Berlin. Did meet the whole German side of my family, which is the entire side because I'm just all German. But anyway, so had her meet my dad, my brother, grandmother, a bunch of other people.
They all loved her.
They tolerated her. No, they had a good time with her. It went really well.
Good.
And then we did Belgium for a couple of days for a festival called Tomorrowland. That was good. And then we did London for a couple more days. So it was 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks. Each place about 3 days, 4 nights, or whatever, 4 days, 3 nights, whatever it is. And then we got a little bit sick towards the last leg in London. We felt a little bit under the weather, but it wasn't too terribly bad. And we flew back home, and then we were back to the States. It was good.
How long did you stay in London?
Like 3 days.
3 days.
3 or 4 days.
That's a lot of. You probably just ran out, dude. That's a lot of running around and traveling. And
it was exhausting. I will say, look, it was a good time, but we make this joke about, I love traveling, but I hate the traveling part.
Oh, I love traveling, but I fucking love coming home.
Yeah. Oh my God. After about 2 weeks, after about the 2-week mark, I'm like, I'm ready to go back and sleep in my own bed, take a shower in my own bathroom. Like those things.
Shit on my own toilet.
Exactly. Nice and quiet,
Yep. Home field advantage is amazing.
10-yard line.
And so on our honeymoon was 3 weeks long. We spent 2 weeks in basically a week in Germany and a week in Cambridge.
Solid.
Yeah. And then we took the Queen Mary back from, God, what is that? Northampton, the south part of England? Any clue what that is? I can't remember.
Know.
So we took the boat from there to New York, and that took a week. It took 7 days. That was a lot of fun. But in Germany, I had fun at Reeperbahn.
Yeah, Reeperbahn. Yeah, the red light. I've never been there, but yeah, the red light district.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. My wife had the uniform on without knowing she had the uniform on.
Oh.
So she's getting hit on out by these guys. I'm like, what the fuck is going on,
Okay.
dude?
What's happening?
And then we realized that, the boots and the pants that she was wearing was pretty similar to the.
Advertising a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to pay for that honeymoon somehow, right?
Well, duh. That's what I told her. I said, shit, man. We could,
Honeymoons. That's right.
yeah. I said, shit, man. We could probably make a profit on this honeymoon. 2 nights, maybe.
Have her do all the work. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Hey, high five.
Oh. Well, according to them, they do all the work anyway.
Yeah.
Ah.
She wanted to complain. All I heard was.
So how'd you propose?
So okay. So the
Did you get
initial
super creative?
there are two. So technically there are two. Now if you ask her, there's only one. So I decided it would have to happen organically, naturally. I didn't want to like say on this day, at this place, at this time. I didn't want to have to do any of that stuff. Just if the location, the feeling, and everything else was right, we'll do it here. So there's a place in Porto where I found a spot that was really, really nice, and my buddy was there with us. I'm like, hey man, it's gonna happen. I kind of pre-warned him and everything. And
Get your
and he's
camera
like,
ready.
yeah, that's right. So he took pictures and a video. And it was a surprise to her, right? She knew she had an idea it was coming at some point. She didn't know it was coming that day or during that trip. But so I proposed, but then she didn't have her makeup on point. She didn't have her nails. Like I didn't want to prep it too much, but she was also kind of caught a little bit off guard. Pictures came out beautifully, but she just wasn't in a presentable, perfect, state. So we talked about it. So we redid it in Berlin in the presence of, my dad was there, my brother was there. We found a castle in Berlin that some old German muckety muck lived in some decades ago, whatever, that's since been abandoned and now is a tourist attraction or whatever. There was a humongous garden in the background or in the back of the place behind it. There was a nice little water fountain that right there in the middle. We were like, let's go there. And everyone kind of knew it was going to happen, but it was more for posterity, for picture purposes.
Yeah.
So we go out there, we do it for the quote unquote first time, even though it's technically the second time. We had a bottle of champagne that we opened. And then 5 minutes later, after we did the deed and took pictures and cheers and everything, it came raining. The floods came down. Like we were soaked. Our shoes were soaked. Her lips were turning blue. Not for the usual reasons. But we were cold and wet. Again, not for the usual reasons. And we were like, all right, I'm miserable. Let's go back home.
Yeah, but wait a minute. If she's cold and wet normally, for normal reasons.
Nope. We don't. Nope. Don't talk about it.
Mm,
Read between the lines, Walt. Read between the lines.
that's just weird. Come on, dude.
Come on.
Cold.
Pay attention. I am a furnace dude. I give off a lot of heat. I come in really handy in the wintertime. Summertime, not so much. I give off a lot of freaking heat.
My optimal operating temperature is like 45 degrees.
Dude, I like being cool. I like being colder, cool.
Yeah, shorts and a hoodie. Fuck,
yeah,
come on.
That's great. That's the best combination. You can go in any temperature with that setup. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, God.
Cool.
So the first time you asked her, it was a surprise, which is awesome, right?
Yep.
And then you kind of had to stage it for the Instagram.
That's right.
All right.
The gram. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's cool.
Worked out well.
Yeah,
turns out an engagement under duress still counts. So there you go. Don't read too much into that.
Did nothing? It wasn't under the influence.
No. Just under duress. Big difference.
Okay. All right.
The other D.
Yeah. Did you like preempt it though? Like 6 months ago, you're like, hey man, if I asked you to marry me, would you?
No, we had to talk. We went ring shopping. It turned out she was not okay. She doesn't wear jewelry at all. She wears very minimal makeup. She's not a high maintenance girl, right?
That's
which
awesome.
I really, really appreciate.
I have one of those.
She gets ready in 5 minutes. Done. Right. I love that. So we went ring shopping. Turns out she wasn't comfortable wearing any kind of traditional ring. So I got her like a black silicone band to just get used to the act of wearing something on her finger, because she just hasn't. She got used to that, and then based on how much she liked that, and based on what other colors she wore, I went online, found a place that made like custom men's rings with different flares or whatever. So I got her a black titanium or something like that. Anyway, from a website, fitted to her size, internal like inside inscription, and then there was a thin purple band that runs around the outside of it, just as an accent to the
oh,
black
that's
band.
cool looking.
Yeah, and she because I looked at the clothes she wore and the kind of colors that she likes to prefer. I'm like, this is a perfect color for her. So, and then turns out, unbeknownst to me, that's also her. When I gave it to her, she's like, "Oh my god, it's the color of my birthstone." I'm like, "Oh, win-win." She's like, "Did you know that?" I'm like,
Yes.
Sure, 100%, absolutely."
Oh, that's the whole reason I picked that color.
That's right. How did you know?
Oh,
How did
Jesus,
I
woman,
know?
what do you think I am?
That's
Fucking
right. Some
retarded?
slack-jawed yokel. That's right.
So there's like no stone or nothing. It's smooth
No,
like my ring,
right.
right? Yeah,
Smooth
that's
like your
awesome.
brain. Yes.
That. Oh, come on, dude. Why?
Oh,
You know, there's a line.
there isn't.
I
Not
like.
with
I
you.
love that phrase, by the way. Smooth brain.
Smooth.
My old lady, she
Did
would
you ask
be
about me?
no,
Then I don't
and you
care.
don't care.
But tell me anyway.
She would be pissed if I spent any kind of money on a ring. Right? She's just not that. She
Okay.
wears jewelry and stuff. She's like, but she's frugal. You know, something nice.
She's got low standards, clearly.
Come on now. What's the joke there? I asked my wife to embrace her mistakes, so she hugged me.
It's nice. I'm gonna use that one of these days. Like some of my like female coworkers, I'm like, I've started to embrace my mistakes. Come here, give me a hug.
Yeah. Come on.
I like that.
So she is a fan of the show Outlander. Do you know that show?
I've heard of it, never seen it.
So it's a period piece when Scotland and England and doing all that, when all that was going on back in the day. Well, it's basically a live romance novel, right? The guys are all hunky and hardly wear any clothes, and they fight and kill each other and do all that shit, right? So I'm not a big fan of it. It's all right, but I'm not a big fan of it. But I do enjoy the benefits of her watching it.
Mm.
So she'd be like, "I'm going to watch Outlander." I said, "I'll be upstairs."
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because afterwards she gotta release.
Oh, she got to take it out.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
No problem.
She's gotta go to the buffet, and you have food.
And I have plenty of food.
No, I'm gonna rephrase that. No, I'm gonna rephrase that. She gets hungry, and I am the buffet.
And I am the buffet.
That's right.
And the main character made a ring out of something like a necklace or some kind of thing. And it made this simple ring, right? Okay. So this is about the time I'm like, I'm going to ask her to marry me and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, oh man, I'm flipping through and thence to behold, I get Facebook, ad targeted or whatever. Because the show was at that time, the show was just fucking huge. Like It was so popular. Well, this company made a replica of the ring. And I'm like, how perfect is that?
Yep.
Right. So
smart.
There's just a couple rings that she likes to wear when she gets dialed up. And so I took one of them, got it measured, said, all right, cool. Ordered it, came in the mail. She goes, hey, this package came for you. It was like in a brown envelope. I was like, all
another
right.
package coming for you in a minute once you see what this is.
Yeah, no shit, right? So she's standing at the table and I'm behind her and I open it and I said, you know what? Fuck it. I wrap my arms around her and I said, hey man, you marry me? And I hold the ring up. And she's like, huh? She goes, what? Ask me that again. Oh. I was like, all right, will you marry me? She's like, absolutely. And we go through. Awesome. So I give her the ring and she's like, oh my God, this is beautiful. You didn't spend much on it, did you? I was like, here, look, fuck, dude. I'll show you the receipt. Mm-hmm. $24.
I mean, could have spent a little more, but okay.
And
that was for shipping. $12 was for shipping.
It was over $30 with shipping.
Oh shit, that was more than the actual package.
She was very happy with that. And then she got me a pretty nice ring. And I lost so much weight after our wedding. The ring, I ended up losing the ring,
Oh.
So we went to one of those shops and spent like $40 and got this bad boy.
Okay.
And then playing basketball, I broke my knuckle and now the ring won't come off. So
win-win. Win some.
Win all the time. Now I don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about losing it.
Your story about this one company that made the ring based on the show reminds me of, there's a piece of movie trivia. many other things that I've added. But there's one piece of movie trivia that I wrote about in the book about. So the red swing line stapler that is a centerpiece of the Office Space movie, right? They bring back red stapler, right? To do with the red stapler, right? Milton, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Story goes that it was a movie prop. It was an actual black stapler that they spray painted red for the sake of having it in the movie. Well, that stapler didn't exist as part of Swingline's line of staplers. So when that movie came out and people started asking for, hey, where can I get a red Swingline stapler? Swingline came out with a red Swingline stapler because of that movie.
Cool. So right? Everybody was asking about it.
That's right. So same kind of like guerrilla marketing, right? I like it.
Yeah, that's like the story of Crocs too. You hear that with the movie Idiocracy?
Yeah, okay, go on.
You know, because that's make sure that's the one like it's supposed to be in the future where everybody's dumb and they like water shit with Gatorade and all that, right? Well, they didn't have a very big budget. So they're like, man, we can't afford like Adidas and all that. Plus, we want to have some kind of shoe that nobody knows about and nobody's going to wear. And nobody's going to wear.
Sure. Yeah,
you know, that's just like this fucking crazy looking shoe. Yeah, it was Crocs. And then look what happened.
You know what? It all comes together now.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't seen that movie. Have you actually watched it?
I seen it once, like many years ago, and I remember Jesse, whatever his name is, as the president, right? And then the guy wakes up, Luke Wilson. Yeah, he wakes up. He's the guy, I think, the main actor who wakes up late or in the future. I think that's him. I remember just bits and pieces. I couldn't tell you the plot. I just
what people tell me, because at that time in my life, that was not something I would be watching. You know, I don't want to watch it now either.
Well, cartoons for you.
Well, come on. What are you watching? What are you watching now?
What do I watch? I rarely watch TV.
Oh, yeah?
Every so often we'll turn on like Malcolm in the Middle, Scrubs, or like some of those older like sitcoms, right? Just as we're eating or whatever, as like background noise. But I rarely watch I don't watch live TV. I rarely watch shows. It's all the same crap, right? So I spend most of my time, sadly, on YouTube. That's where I get my entertainment from. But at least I can pick what I want to watch. And be like, nah, whatever. Yeah.
So like we're watching Friends and Neighbors, and again, same with us. We don't get time at all to watch, just because our lifestyle. Episode I think is like 50 minutes because it's on Apple, but it's made for regular TV, so you got to get in commercials and all that bullshit. It takes us like 3 nights to watch one episode. Because by the time we crash down and like sit there and watch it, next thing I know, I'm like, I've been asleep for a few minutes. So good night.
Pay attention anyway.
Yeah. TV is, like you said too, it's all the same. Jesus Christ, dude. And then during the day, like I drive truck, everything is the same. YouTube, I play YouTube in my truck all the time when I'm driving around. And most of the time I'm just listening. What I like to listen to is they got this one where the last one on the way home I listened to about the dogs of war that Romans used to use.
Okay.
And like the history of it. So they said, hey, this is what they did. They took a puppy, and this is how they bred it to be a dog of war and this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? I just like history like that. I think that's cool stuff.
Gay. No, I can appreciate that. Gay stuff. Right. Nerd. Like Homer Simpson's yelled when he went to college campus. He's like, nerd. And or Senior Chang in Community. Gay.
That's like the best. God damn, dude. That's like the best.
He plays the best role in that. He plays one of the best roles in any show, period. Senior Chang.
But you see like the reels and stuff with that mixed in. Oh my God. That was some of these people. I don't know how they.
If you watch Community, so they shot the outside scenes at Los Angeles Community College. And I went there to like take pictures of the campus. I'm like, holy shit, this is where they filmed the outside shots of Community. It's amazing. It's pretty legit. Like you walk around, you're like, I remember that. I remember that building. The lawn over here looks familiar. Good stuff.
I just posted a reel showing the real building from the Breakfast Club.
Oh shit.
Yeah. They held up a picture from the movie, so they're on site and they hold up a picture that fills in the space and it shows you the actual clip from the movie. It's awesome. Pretty neat. Yeah.
There's a few spots go ahead, finish your
No, I was
True
gonna say
story.
I like finding that. There's a guy that runs around Europe. He's on YouTube, and he finds old war. He'll like he has a pile of World War II and World War One images, and he goes and finds the spot and he films holding up the picture like that.
I've seen pictures like that, so I assume
Yeah.
it's probably the same guy. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I don't know how many people would be doing that, but yeah.
You can visit the so like episode 1 Star Wars, Phantom Menace, when they go into like the gardens or whatever. You can visit some of those places. There is one other one where from Gladiator, when he goes to the field and he's touching not the grass, but the whatever it is, right? The maze, whatever. Anyway, he's running the hand through the whatever, right through the, again, grass. I'm going to use the wrong term here, but you can find that background as well, where it's like the down sloping hill with a winding road. That place actually exists too.
Oh, no shit, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. Did you ever see that one guy post where he finds the picture from Windows?
No. That's amazing. The background, the Windows XP background.
Yeah. He took
funny.
the actual picture of it.
That's amazing. So I've worked computers for 30 plus years, right? So, and whenever I watch a movie or a show and they have like a computer in the background, I'm like, oh, that's Windows XP. Oh, they're using Windows 10. Oh, that's some non-existent operating system. Like I can't not look at it and be like, all right, or if there's a commercial of like, hey, the local dentist, has a special today, and they show the computer screen, I'm like, oh, you're running Windows XP. I can't trust you. Like, you're running a non-supported operating system. How can I trust you to take care of my teeth?
Does your old lady get mad at you about that? She's like, oh, dude, Andy, just stop.
She ignores me a lot, so it works out perfectly.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
For the better, right?
My goal is to get my wife to roll her eyes and walk away.
That's perfect. You done your job.
Yeah, I'm like,
I will say, there's been a few times. I remember 2 times specifically where I've been shut up, dead in my tracks. One was we're hanging out with the friends at a bar. I brought a girl over like on a first date with like mutual friends, and she brought another girl with her just to, for like safety and everything, right? So it was just like 6 or 7 of us hanging out, drinking at a table. And me and her kind of like joshing back and forth and everything. And at one point she goes, "Shh, you're pretty." I'm like, ah. Now my friends were like, "Damn, she shut him up."
Oh.
Like, God damn, she did. That was one. That was one. Let me tell you the other one real quick. The other one was I was over at I was working with a dude, and he invited me over to his house for like 4th of July or something. Him and his family always had like all the family members get together at his house, and we have a big meal and the whole shebang, right? So at one point there was me, him, his wife, and then like his extended family, like 10 people or so. And we're I think one of his daughters brought her daughter with her, and the daughter itself was like maybe 9 or 10 years old or whatever. Anyway, there was a 9-10-year-old girl there that at one point she told me, because she was giving me some crap and I gave her crap back, and she was like, "I can't hear you over your blah 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 mouth."
Oh, especially coming from a little, you're like,
"No, dude, she shut me right up," and the whole family's like, "Damn." I'm like, "You earned that one too."
Yeah,
like,
I'll give you that one.
Don't worry, I'll get you back. It may not be today, may not be tomorrow. We may not meet for another couple of years, but when we do, I'll get you back. Don't worry.
Yeah, revenge is best served cold.
I'm gonna be like, that was from 5 years ago. Blah 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 mouth.
No, I was bartending, talking shit, because that's what you do when you bartend.
That's right.
And
those tips, hey yo.
And the ladies, she's like, "Oh, one-liners," and just give me shit about giving her shit.
Yeah, good times.
And I said, "Now listen, let me give you a tip." And she goes, "You selfish motherfucker! I want the whole thing." And I went,
"Oh, all right. Okay, you know what? Here's a shot on me. Good one."
Yeah, I was like, I ain't got nothing for that.
That's
one.
good.
Yeah,
it's real good.
But
we had me and my former coworker were kind of going back and forth, just again being dudes. And I said something like, I don't know, like, "Well, you're dumb." He was like, "No, you're dumb." I just kind of like echoing my insult back to me. And I'm like, all right, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I'm like, let me. If I wanted my own comeback, I wipe it off your mom's chin.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. The other one I heard was something like that. If you wanted your comeback, you got to get it off the back of your mom's teeth or something.
That's right.
Like
okay.
that.
Right. Same thing, right?
Yeah. Same. And I'm like, I got to remember that one. Of course, and I forget it.
Of course, you forget, right?
Yeah.
If I want to hear any of your lip, I jiggle my zipper.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic. Yeah, that's a classic. You know, I come up with, I want to run this phrase by you, then we're going to cut this thing loose.
Yep.
RSS, an acronym. Resting sarcastic sneer.
I was thinking the geek in me was like RSS feed. That's a much different thing.
You're a geek. Nerd.
Nerd. Nerd.
Kind of like resting bitch face.
Yeah. Was it resting what? Resting sarcastic sneer.
Yeah.
I like it.
I got to tune it up a little. It's a little
because if you remember, like, what's the RSS sneer? I think we're almost there. Just maybe like a little refinement.
I think it's there. Yeah. Go totally hillbilly. Just resting sarcastic face. No, that don't work though. That don't work.
Work on that. Have marketing draft up a couple more options.
What's that? Yeah,
have marketing work on that.
You know who my marketing team is? Chat. I named it, you fucking dick. Thanks to you.
Angry. You're so angry.
Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
Yep. Anyway, you're not going to ask me what his name is?
Sure, I'll play your game. I'll bite. What's the name?
No.
Walt?
No.
You don't want anymore? Now you're pouting? No. Fine, be pouty.
No, I'm not going to. Dude, I'm not going to.
I like resting shit stain. Dude, I love that. Speaking of which, so okay, hold on. Let me back up a little bit. So me and my old coworker, Mike, we had a good time. Me and him just being dudes at work and come up with funny things. And we're both in the suck together, answering phones and dealing with nonsense and everything. But we come up with like ways to make the day better. We had a guy interview, or we got a resume sent in. And whenever resumes come in to, guys want to interview to add to the team, we look over them, right? Make sure they have the credentials or whatever. And this one guy's name was Vladimir something ski, right? Some complete ethnic Russian name, right? Like, okay, cool, whatever. Like
with a ski at the end?
With a ski, right? Ski. And we're like, all right. So then with the best name that ended with ski. So the two that stuck out were Dimitri. No, sorry, it was Dimitri, not Vladimir. Dimitri, right?
Okay.
So we make up these names, be like Dimitri Snail Trail Ski, right? Snail Trail Ski, right?
With the accent, it works. With the accent, it works.
The one we had was a Dimitri Shitstainsky.
Shitstainsky. I like that. Shitstain. Oh,
that's right.
Andy, let's get out of here, dude. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
I got to shave my ass for. Well, I'm not gonna tell you.
You're just gonna leave me hanging like that?
I leave him wanting more. Right.
Okay. So I like it. Right, you're gonna let the 300 ring circus of an imagination that I have run wild?
You know what? You're a danger to yourself and others, but I think we're okay with that.
All right.
You're an emotional terrorist. How about that?
An emotional terrorist?
Yeah.
Man, dude, I've been called worse by better, but that's pretty good.
As opposed to booger breath. I like booger breath. I picked up the other day. I'm like, I love that. I love booger breath. It's such a PG rated thing. You can say it to anyone. It's not offensive. But it's like, you call me booger breath? That's rude,
because it makes people go, what? I'm sorry. Would you just call me?
Exactly. You heard me. All right. Okay, man. Let's do this again.
Buddy. Hang tight, though.
Kisses.
Bye.
Okay, bye.